Letter came from 60 Minutes. Say they wanna put me in it.
Neil Diamond, finally on 60 Minutes.
I might have cried. Now I'm just too old to do it. Maybe true, but screw it.
I've got to tell you that Australians have been writing letters to us at 60 Minutes for years saying, why haven't we had you on 60 Minutes?
Well, why haven't you?
Well,
He's shy and reclusive, this rock evergreen, but we got to talk with him between smooth rehearsals and some easy riding.
And it's just a gorgeous bike, and I'm very tempted to leave the rehearsal right now, as a matter of fact, and then go, and nobody will notice because they're in totally
Neil Diamond has been music's everyman, writing, playing and singing the songs that have become the soundtrack of so many lives. From the days of his Hot August Night album, which spent 224 weeks on Australian charts, to his hit tour in 1992, Neil Diamond may never have been hip, but he's always been happening. With a new sound, new album and another sellout tour coming up, even at 55, this Diamond looks like shining forever.
I got worries by the ton. Getting cancer's only one. Overtaxed and alimony. Tired of
In his Los Angeles studio, this middle-aged troubadour is working out, getting in shape for a marathon tour of Australia, and it seems, getting ready for a visit from us.
Pulled my back and wrecked my car. Girlfriend stole my VCR. Letter came from 60 Minutes. Say they wanna put me in it. Tell me my career just died. Years ago I might have cried. Now I'm just too old to do it. Maybe true, but screw it anyway. Me, I'm gonna have a good day today.
well, here we are, just like that song of yours, here you are on 60 Minutes.
That's right. Say what they want to put me in it. Tell me my career just died. Years ago I might have cried. Now I'm just too old to do it. Maybe true, but screw it anyway. I'm going to have a good day today.
I've got to tell you that Australians have been writing letters to us at 60 Minutes for years saying, why haven't we had you on 60 Minutes?
Well, why haven't you?
Gonna have a good day today. Me, I'm gonna have a good time anyway. Put it all behind me, lay it all away. Gonna be a good day today.
Neil's song, Talking Optimist Blues, is about some of the things that have happened to him since he first came to Australia 20 years ago.
I'm only kidding, 60 Minutes. I love you guys. Be nice to
We'll
me.
do it a lot faster on stage.
Play it now, my lady. Crack the nose and make me smile. Gotta be last for an hour, well that's alright.
He sold 110 million albums worldwide, but it's Australia's true believers who've always been his biggest fans.
No questions, yeah.
I think there's just some kind of an affinity that I have for Australia, and I think it shows. And maybe the audiences there have that same kind of feeling toward me. But there's some kind of soul brother contact that I make and they make with me.
Okay, now we do it all by yourself.
The fans know all the songs. Neil reckons they remember the words better than he does.
It took me years to realize that it was a good thing that they were singing along with me. They were participating in the show and so on and so forth, and I enjoy it now tremendously.
When they still remember those songs you wrote 30 years ago, does it make you feel old or just good to be among old friends that know the songs?
It doesn't make me feel old. It's just the songs themselves have not aged for me. I've been doing a lot of them in concerts over the years. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, and it doesn't feel like 30 years at all.
You know, for as long as I can remember, I've been affected by the sounds around me, whether it be the sound of applause or the noisy, beautiful, passionate sounds of the streets of New York City, where all my songs have their roots.
What a beautiful noise coming up from the street.
Neil Diamond started out as an unknown, lowly paid New York songwriter.
Got a beautiful piece.
I was never very good at writing for other people. That's one of the reasons that I failed so consistently when I started writing. I spent 8 years in Tin Pan Alley trying to get other people to record my songs, and very little luck. A couple who did record the songs were unknowns, or maybe they made it on B-sides once in a while.
But you had to turn out literally a song a week to pay the rent.
I had to write continually, yeah, to get my advance, to get my $50 or $100 to pay the rent. I can't say that those songs were very good. They were songs by definition, but mostly it was to put food on the table, and, you know, it was pretty definite, you know. I had to finish it because I wanted to eat that week.
Neil Diamond never saw himself as a performer, but he became the consummate showman. The songs from his Hot August Night concert can still do the trick, only the shirts have changed.
Yes, she does, yeah, yeah. She's gonna show me tonight, yeah.
Live performing does put you on the mark. It starts your heart pumping, it gets the adrenaline going, and you're at the top of your game in front of a live audience. And I think that's probably why people come back. They like to see somebody at the top of their game, and, you know, that's what I do. I put it all out there.
But it's a lot of fun. You know him? No. This is my guitar player and my singer.
And this is my background singer.
For the past year, Diamond has been living in Nashville, hanging out with local legends like Waylon Jennings and working up a whole new act.
Wow, I knew I recognized you from somewhere.
Oh, Lord.
The Brooklyn boy has gone country.
With just one touch, you can forget 1,000 empty nights.
I was very influenced by country music when I was a kid. All of my early songs were based on country songs and folk songs that I had heard. So it's a very refreshing thing for me to go now to the source of that wonderful wellspring of music.
And all you really need to find is one good love.
People are not that different, whether it's country music or pop music, or whether it's America or Australia or Europe. People somehow respond to the same kind of things. Thank goodness they do. Which is why I can get a response to I Am, I Said, which is a very personal kind of a song. And yet it's still identified with by people all over the world.
Well, it's fine, the sun shines most of the time.
In a moment of depression and rejection after flunking a Hollywood audition, Diamond wrote what's become his signature tune.
Keep thinking about making my way back. Well, I'm New York City born and raised, and nowadays I'm lost between two shores.
It couldn't be more personal, I Am, I Said, and yet thousands of people over the world have identified with it as having a time in their life when they were lost, when they felt as though they didn't really belong anywhere. And, you know, so I'm not, it proves to me all over again with each of these songs that are personal, that they're not just personal to me. They reflect a lot of people's feelings.
There's got to be a reason. Got to be a closeness. Got to have a feeling. Only you can know.
His first new collection of songs in 5 years is still oozing melancholy.
In spite of your fears, kid, Anybody?
But at 55, this old Brooklyn cowboy knows how to saddle up and leave his blues behind.
Is anybody out there?
Is this how you escaped from Tinseltown?
This is a great escape. This bike was a gift from the band and the crew, and after 2 years of touring, a couple of years back. And it's Willie G. Davidson from the Harley-Davidson family painted the logo, and it's gold leaf, and it's just a gorgeous bike. And I'm very tempted to leave the rehearsal right now, as a matter of fact, and then go, and nobody will notice because they're in totally novel music.
Is anybody out there?
He calls his posse the Mild Ones. These are the home movies of their last ride.
If you really want to know the right way to dry clothes when you're out in the wilderness in Alaska, why don't you come with me?
Maybe it's all about not wanting to grow old. Maybe it's remembering those glory days of youth. The appeal of Neil Diamond's music is that so many of his fans have travelled the same road.
Find the nearest bush and you throw your jeans on them, and after about an hour they're nice and dry and toasty and warm.
Tennessee Moon sounds to me like it's written by a man who's had his share of heartbreaks, but still somehow has a lot of hope in his heart.
Yes, I think I'm an optimist, and there has to be some hope, even in the most depressing, difficult times. You have to retain a little bit of hope, and I think I express it in the songs. My songs, if they're introverted or kind of down, bluesy, they still have hope in them.
Is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? Anybody hear me? Is anybody out there? Hey! Thank you.
Warm and toasty. That's the way it should be dried when we're out here in the wilderness, living among the moose and the other kind of animals. Bye.